Hey, what is up everybody, and welcome back to a brand new video today here on Codename Pizza. And in today's video, we're going to be going over 20 things that are inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies that I forgot to mention in my video from last week, and also I've not seen anyone talk about. These are things that we directly got to experience when we went to Treyarch, either via discussions with the devs themselves or via our hour-long play session that we got at Treyarch playing Terminus. So, if you're excited about Black Ops 6 Zombies, this is absolutely the video for you. I do want to say a massive thank you. In the past week, we've gained 5,000 new subscribers, so thank you so much. It's just incredible to see the channel growing again. So with that said, if you are brand new, make sure you subscribe. We are on the road to 1 million, and leave a like on the video to support the channel. I love you a lot, and let's jump straight into this. So we're gonna kick things off with keys. What are keys? Well, when playing Terminus in my hour-long play session, I actually managed to get a key. So I managed to get a key by killing a Mangler. More importantly, I killed it with my field upgrade, but quite honestly, I don't think the way that you kill this Mangler or kill an enemy in general to get a key is the way that you get them. I think it might just be Manglers that give them out. Not too sure. But anyway, I killed a Mangler with my field upgrade. It dropped a key, and then I took this key over to the second room of the map. This room is located right next to the spawn room, and you can enter a brand new room and open up lockers. And obviously, the key that dropped from the Mangler opens this locker for you. Inside of my game, I'm pretty certain that I just got a really bad weapon, but I think I also got an RCXD as well. Obviously, we know the score streaks inside of the game, and we can just craft an RCXD whenever we want, but it's also very cool that there's this new thing inside of Zombies where you can have keys dropped via killing enemies, opening up this area of the map, which I'm going to call the armory, where you can then get rewards like guns or score streaks. It's very, very cool. So moving on from that, let's talk about the tentacle arm, or the Kraken that's inside of the water. Now, the Kraken arm inside of the water can kill you. It will directly try and hurt you, but it can also spawn enemies around you as well. Mostly the parasites. But here's the thing. If we look at the shipwreck from this footage right here, there is a massive hole in the side of the ship. You can either enter the top of the ship via this entrance over the backside, or you can actually go underneath. There's a huge hole in the wall of that shipwreck that you can go into via either swimming or using the tactical raft. And when you get under there, the tentacle arm cannot get you anymore. It will still spawn parasites, and those parasites can fly over to you and try and kill you, but it does make dealing with a situation inside of the water, if you do not have the tactical raft and you are only swimming, a lot easier if you just stay inside of this area or swim underwater. Another thing to point out about this ship right here is that inside of this underwater area, there is a ladder. You can go over to the ladder and you can climb up the ladder. In our build of the game, there was a hatch that was at the top of the ladder that was locked. I did not find any way how to get through this in our play session. I did even try the key that I used inside of the armory to open that locker as well, which it did not work. So I'm gonna have to say straight off the bat that this hatch underneath the shipwreck will be part of the main quest Easter egg when we get the game launched on the 25th of October. Sticking to the shipwreck right here, right on this side of the shipwreck, we have the Wonder Fizz machine. It is the exact same Wonder Fizz machine that we have seen in Cold War Zombies. Quite frankly, I much prefer the Wonder Fizz machine that we've seen in previous iterations of Zombies, where you activate it for a certain amount of points and it spits out a random perk that you can choose to either get or not get. I did mention this to the devs when we were playing at Treyarch, as well as other YouTubers that we were on the trip with. We said that the Wonder Fizz machine now feels like it's got absolutely no personality about it. It was much better in those old iterations of the games. We said that the problem with the Cold War Wonder Fizz, and also the one that we see on Terminus Island and inside of Black Ops 6 in general, is you can just go over to it, and if you've got the money, just spam buttons and get every single perk on the map, which completely makes you learning the perk locations of the map completely irrelevant. There's absolutely no incentive to go and find the perk machines anymore. You could just go over to the shipwreck and just spam buttons and buy every single perk. They said they'll look into it and potentially change it depending on what other people think, but that is where the Wonder Fizz is located. And another thing very quickly, there is no perk limit inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Okay, moving on, we're going to talk about dig sites. We've seen dig sites in the past in Zombies. We've had them inside of Mauer Toten on Cold War. We've even seen them inside of Origins on Black Ops 2, but dig sites are returning inside of Terminus on Black Ops 6 Zombies. And yes, they are very similar to the dig sites on Origins, because we actually have to go and collect a shovel to be able to dig from them. These shovels have multiple locations around the whole of the Terminus map. There is enough for one for every single player, and there's multiple dig sites around the map. Inside of our game, we all got shovels. We all tried to dig from these dig sites, and we managed to get stuff like salvage and grenades to come out of them. It seems way too much of a coincidence to have these inside of the map and actually have nothing to do with the Easter egg. So I would assume these, once again, are at least something to do with side Easter eggs or potentially the main quest Easter egg of the map as well. Okay, carrying on right now, we're going to talk about SAM trials. We had trials inside of the game on Cold War. We've now got trials coming back inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. You activate a machine around the map. Inside of our game, it's going to be called the SAM trials, which we can assume is Samantha Maxis. She's going to set us a task. We're going to do it, and we get rewards directly from her from the Dark Ether. I actually activated trials inside of our game when I was playing at Treyarch. The one that I can remember doing was kill zombies from an elevated area, but it's fair to say that when we played, Treyarch did say that trials are off limits to us to do, so they will not actually complete, which they weren't lying to me. I had to do elevated kills and none of them actually worked towards it. So I never got to find out what rewards we can get from these trial machines. Okay, we're going to talk about the main quest Easter egg of Terminus real quick. When we were at Treyarch, we had a brief session afterwards where we could discuss our play session. One of the things we wanted to know about was the main quest. What kind of stuff could they tell us about? And they reassured us that there will be no hidden rocks inside of this main quest, which is of course referring to the Revelations Easter egg from Black Ops 3 Zombies, where the community was stumped for an entire week on the main quest because all we had to do was find hidden rocks around the map, tiny little rocks. So they said that all the Easter egg steps for the main quest Easter egg are what they like to think of as intuitive logic. Basically, if you know the game, you know zombies, you have some kind of logic about you in that scenario, you will be able to think about things and have solutions on what the next Easter egg step might be. They did say that these steps are harder to discover this time around. They said the Easter egg steps were way too easy to figure out inside of Cold War. The steps themselves might not be harder, but they are more difficult to discover. But like I said, no hidden rocks. But they did go on to say that in regards to side Easter egg quests, nothing is off the table. So there might be some ridiculous side Easter egg quests that we've got to try and figure out when this game drops on the 25th of October. And also yesterday in a video that dropped by Treyarch, they said that the main quest Easter egg of Terminus, in their words, will be a beast of a main quest. So continuing on, we know that we've had 8 perks confirmed for Black Ops 6 Zombies. These were the 8 perks that we got to play with when we were playing at Treyarch, and also we know that these 8 perks will be returning. But we're not here to talk about perks that you already know are inside the game. I'm here today to talk about things you don't know. And we're going to discuss Mule Kick. Mule Kick, of course, introduced in Black Ops 1 Zombies, is a perk that gives you 3 weapons. You've got your normal 2 weapons that you can have in your normal game, but if you get Mule Kick, you can have access to the 3rd. Now, I found in my play session that I struggled with ammo a little bit. I always ended up not having enough ammo, and obviously there's ammo crates around the map, but I lacked in points as well. There was a good amount of time that I had to just try and melee zombies to get grenades to kill them to hopefully get a little bit of ammo back or cash. So I said to a dev, so is there just no Mule Kick? And he replied saying, on which map? And I said, Terminus, and he went, no, you've just played it, you've seen. And I didn't think anything of that until now, where now I'm starting to think maybe there's a Mule Kick machine on Liberty Falls, or at least in a future DLC. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I hope we've got it on Liberty Falls, but obviously we know it's not on Terminus, but which map is a bit of a weird reply, right? But sticking to the conversation of ammo right now, when we were at Treyarch, I said to them, hey, I ran out of ammo a lot. I told them that information, and I said, wouldn't it be amazing if we could have fire sales that traditionally, you know, turn the mystery box into 10 points instead of 950 points. And I said, wouldn't it be interesting if fire sales could actually affect ammo crates around the map as well? You get a fire sale drop randomly, you run to an ammo crate, you get cheaper ammo from there. And they loved the idea, and they said they could potentially add it for launch, but we'll see. I don't know if they will, I don't know if they won't, but they liked the idea. Let's talk about death scenes real quick. So at the end of every single game, regardless of finishing the Easter egg, regardless of getting to a certain high round, you will get a cutscene. Granted, if you don't do the main quest Easter egg, it's not going to be a mega cutscene of like multiple minutes long with loads of narration. But if you just die to a typical zombie, you will get a cutscene of that zombie eating your brains. The same way if you died to one of the spiders, you will get a cutscene of a spider eating your brains. Or if you get killed by a parasite, you will get a cutscene, you guessed it, of a parasite killing you. These cutscenes seem like they're a lot of fun. I got to see a couple while we were at Treyarch, and I'm excited to see the rest of them. I want to see the one where a mangler will kill you and stuff like that. I think it'll be awesome. Okay, next thing, Rage Inducer. We have the Rage Inducer inside of Cold War Zombies. If you don't know what that is, basically if you want the game to feel ridiculously powerful straight off the bat with sprinting zombies and really OP zombies at the start of the game or even midway through a match, you can do. You activate with this inside of the spawn room, and that will start the Rage Inducer, where they all start sprinting at you trying to kill you straight away, even on round 1. When we were at Treyarch, the devs told us to put this on when we got to round 20. Luckily, our team was absolutely goated. I was playing alongside my boy Chopper, and we managed to get to round 22 before we succumb to the zombies. But a full 2 rounds with the Rage Inducer active on round 20, that's pretty good. So yeah, the Rage Inducer is back. Continuing on right now. At the start of the game, you can see via our gameplay that you kind of get the map introduction where you get to see loads of different pictures of the map that's moving, and then all of a sudden you spawn straight in. We had a question for Treyarch to see if they could actually change this, make it more interesting so you don't just feel like you're thrown into the map randomly. We said, wouldn't it be cool if you started maps off with specific animations? Like, let's say, for example, you spawned in the map and you were in a jail cell. The doors opened up and then someone threw you a weapon, and then you've got your weapon. Kind of like a, here we go, this is going to be sick, instead of just plonk, you're in the map. We thought that was a good idea. Hopefully you guys do as well, because we've been pushing some cool ideas to Treyarch recently. But that's another thing that we requested to go inside of the game. Let's talk about a side Easter egg real quick that your boy discovered while I was playing. I discovered the song Easter egg quest. Now, I'm not going to tell you where these are located, but there is a song Easter egg inside of the game. And to get it to activate, you'll be looking for cassette players that have Mr. Peak's bunny ears on top of the headphones. I'm not going to tell you where the ones that I found were, but you'll find it out on day one, I'm sure. But that is the Easter egg song inside of the map. Carrying on from there, let's talk about the test tube zombies that are inside of the middle of the Pack-a-Punch room. We can see inside of the gameplay that we got to show last week that when you get close to one, a zombie can break out of that test tube. Everyone thinks that this is a really cool feature, and it is. This is part of the living world feature that they wanted to implement inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, where random things and random events can happen to you. I just wanted to point out that inside of our footage, you can only see one of these break. But in my game, when I played at Treyarch, it was a different test tube. So every single one of these test tubes can break, and it may be a different one every single game you play. Talking about living world situations, we can see in the gameplay right here that you can enter a room and zombies will instantly be killing a security guard, or there might be security guards having a boxing match in front of your eyes, and it's up to you whether you want to intervene or not. You can kill the zombies, you can kill the security guards, you can do whatever you want. But an interesting thing that you can look out for right here, you can actually see it on this gameplay that we got provided last week, is that when that security guard dies, you do have access to his weapon. You can go over and pick his weapon up off the ground, basically stealing a dead security guard's weapon. Okay, let's talk about custom zombies real quick. We know custom zombies is a massive part of the community. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but when we were at Treyarch, someone wanted to ask the question whether custom zombies potentially might be coming to Black Ops 6 Zombies, and when that question got asked, we had an Activision employee kind of step in and say, look, Treyarch are way too busy with their own maps right now. That's what they're focusing on. So as of right now, I guess custom zombies isn't a thing, but I thought it was kind of weird that an Activision rep kind of jumped in and answered that question for them. So potentially custom zombies in the future? I don't know. We'll see. I guess it's going to completely be based on how popular Black Ops 6 is. If we're talking about years and titles, it is the correct time to get it. World at War, we had it. Black Ops 1, we did not. Black Ops 2, we did not. Black Ops 3, we did. Black Ops 4, we did not. Cold War, we did not. Black Ops 6, we might. You see what I mean? 1 game on, 2 games off, 1 game on, 2 games off, 1 game on. But the potential is there. I just thought it was kind of neat to make sure I mention that in this video. But there you go. That's a bunch of information about Black Ops 6 Zombies that I have not seen anyone talk about, and I wanted you guys to hear them here first. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. The road to 1 million is looking good. Make sure you leave a like on the video to support the channel as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video or the next live stream. Thank you very much for watching, and peace out.